Start with Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb. Chris, a lot of warnings throughout the day. How long is this expected to last?
Well, we luckily are, even though we're seeing a lot of rain right now, we're seeing a break in the strong storms. We do not have any warnings right now. We could still see some developing a little later on. We have a really good coverage of rain in the area and thunder and lightning. Even on the north side, north of I-20, air is a little more stable, but still moderate to heavy rain and some thunder and lightning, but nothing severe. We're going to be concentrating on the south side here, where you see these storms where we still have a lot of warm air and unstable air, and that's allowing those storms on the south side to be a little bit stronger. Here in Atlanta, moderate rain, light to moderate rain, still some thunder and lightning there. But here you see on the south side, these stronger storms just moved through Coweta County. Still very heavy rain in parts of Troup County, Meriwether County, into Pike County, moving into Lamar County, very heavy rain there. And in Henry County, and this is where that air is a lot more unstable at this hour. We're going to continue to see that level 2 risk here in Metro Atlanta, and they've expanded the level 3 risk on the south side a little bit more to the east. So we're concentrating mainly on those areas of the south side where we can see more of those storms rolling in, and we're really watching this system that is out to the west in Mississippi. The models are indicating it should weaken a little more tonight, but we're not finished with the rain yet. We'll be monitoring that chance for more severe storms possible during the evening hours, even though we think that threat should be diminishing a little bit more. Here's a live look at what we're watching right now out from our Storm Tracker Thunder truck. This is the view in the Midtown area where, of course, we have excuse me, wet roads and some light rain coming down in the Midtown area right now, as you can see there. So nothing particularly heavy moving in. But Sam, that's really the situation that we're watching a lot. With all the rain that we had yesterday, more rain coming in today, roads could be flooded and even creeks and streams flooded too.
Absolutely. With all this heavy rain we have had and a large number of people being impacted here across much of the metro, especially near Rockmart, where they had, this is Doppler estimated rain. Now, maybe overdoing it a bit, but over 9 inches here in the past 2 days. So it's that accumulated effect of all of that rain that we have seen. And just south of Cedartown, we've had several inches of rain, and that extends off to the east, north of Dallas. And you can see just how much rain we've had across the entire Atlanta metro area and North Georgia. So that's why we have that flash flood watch that is in place, and that will be in place until 2 a.m. After all that rain came in during those overnight hours. And then, of course, we have that flash flood warning that is in place. That is until 8 o'clock in those counties that have been hardest hit by the heaviest rain. That does include all of Fulton County as well. So coming up, we do have the threat for more heavy rain tonight, and the threat for severe still lingers in some spots. We'll have more details on that timing coming up in just a few minutes.
All right.